Hello everyone. In this class, I am going to teach you about the format of cost sheet, how to prepare the cost sheet. A cost sheet, it is a statement that shows the total cost of production and the cost per unit of a product. So it helps businesses to analyze and control cost effectively. Okay. Now let's see the format of cost sheet. Before that, a cost sheet that is generally divided into 5 main parts. They are prime cost, factory cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold and cost of sales. See, in the last class I explained that what is the formula of prime cost? Prime cost, that is equals to direct materials, direct labor and direct expenses. And what about factory cost? The formula of factory cost is prime cost plus factory overheads. And cost of production, that is equals to factory cost plus administrative expenses. And next one, total cost. So formula of total cost is cost of production plus selling and distribution expenses. Right? Now we will see the format of cost sheet. First, in the cost sheet, we have to derive the prime cost. Okay, see here. First, we have to write cost sheet of Dash Company Limited for the period ending. Now, particulars, cost and cost per unit. So, see here. First one is direct materials. Means we have to arrive prime cost. What is the formula of prime cost? Direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses. Here, first we have to write down the direct materials. In that direct materials, first if there is any opening stock of raw material, we have to write down the opening stock of raw materials. And for that, we need to add any purchases made during the year. So, add purchase of raw material. And third, we need to add carriage inward. Carriage inwards. It means what? It refers to the transportation cost incurred to bring raw materials or goods into the business premises. That cost here we need to add to the opening stock of raw materials. First, we have to add purchase of raw materials, any purchases made during the period. And second one, carriage inwards. And third one, octroi on purchase. It means what? It refers to the local tax or any duty that is paid when goods enter a municipality or local area. That is octroi on purchase. And next one, import duty or custom duty. It means it is a tax imposed by the government on goods imported into the country. So, purchase of raw material, carriage inwards, octroi on purchase and import duty or custom duty, we need to add opening stock of raw materials. Next, we need to deduct closing stock of raw materials. Then we will arrive raw materials consumed. Clear? This is about direct materials. So, how we will arrive at the direct materials? Opening stock of raw materials. For that, we need to add purchases of raw materials and we need to deduct closing stock of raw material. Then we will arrive raw material consumed. And next, second, direct wages. And third one is direct expenses. Now we have to add direct materials, direct wages and direct expenses. Then we will arrive prime cost. Here we have to calculate the cost per unit. How we will calculate cost per unit? Total cost divided by number of units produced. Clear? So this is about prime cost. Next, see here prime cost is finished. Now next one is factory cost. How we will arrive factory cost? Factory cost, the formula of factory cost is prime cost plus factory overheads. Prime cost plus factory overheads. Prime cost, that is equals to direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses. So, second part, that is factory cost. Here how we will arrive? prime cost plus factory overheads. We have to add prime cost to the factory overheads. See here, second one, add factory overheads. Here we have to add all factory manufacturing costs or factory manufacturing expenses. For that we need to add opening work in progress. Work in progress, it means what? These are the products that are not yet fully complete, but some materials, labor and overheads have already been spent on them. That is work in progress. So these are the products that are not yet fully complete, but some materials, labor and overheads have already been spent on them. So that is work in progress. First we have to calculate the factory manufacturing cost. For that we have to add opening work in progress. If the problem mentions about the work in progress, then we have to add opening work in progress and we need to deduct closing work in progress. Clear? Then we will arrive factory cost or works cost. Now we will get factory cost and works cost. Now what is the formula of factory cost? Factory cost equals to prime cost plus factory overheads. Clear? Sorry, here we have arrived factory overheads. Here this is the amount of prime cost, right? Now we have to add prime cost and factory overheads. Then we will arrive factory cost or works cost. Clear? What is the formula of factory cost? Prime cost plus factory overheads. Now next, third one is cost of production. What is the formula of cost of production? Factory cost plus administrative expenses. Factory cost plus administrative expenses. We have factory cost. Now we have to calculate administrative expenses. How we will calculate the administrative expenses? Here, see here, add administrative overheads. Means all expenses practicing to office. Means all the expenses that are related to office, we have to mention here under administrative overheads. Then we will arrive the administrative overheads. Now for this we have to add factory cost. Then we will arrive cost of production. Clear? After that, for this cost of production, see here, we have to add opening stock of finished goods. If there is any opening stock of finished goods, we have to add to the cost of production. Then we have to deduct the closing stock of finished goods. For cost of production, we have to add opening stock of finished goods and deduct closing stock of finished goods. Then we will arrive cost of goods sold or cost of production of goods sold. Clear? Next, after that, last one is selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead. See, cost of goods sold over. And next one, fifth main part is of cost sheet is cost of sales. Here, see here, next heading is selling and distribution overhead. We have to all the expenses that are related to selling and distribution. Clear? Now we have to check what is the formula of selling and distribution overhead or total cost. Cost of production plus selling and distribution expenses. Here cost of production, we have already arrived the cost of production. Now selling and distribution overhead, here the amount of selling and distribution overhead also we find out. So now we have to add cost of production plus selling and distribution expenses. Then we will arrive cost of sales or total cost. See here, cost of sales or total cost. Clear? Now at the end we have to write down the sales amount. After that we have to total all the prime cost, factory cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold and total cost. Okay, here sales amount is there. From sales amount we have to deduct the total cost. Then we will arrive profit or loss. That is the balancing figure. Clear? This is the format of cost sheet. First, what we have to find out? First, we have to find out the prime cost. For that, we have to add factory overheads. Then we will arrive factory cost or works cost. And for that, we have to add administration or administrative overheads. Then we will arrive cost of production. For cost of production, we have to add opening stock of finished goods and deduct closing stock of finished goods. Then we will arrive cost of goods sold. Next one is selling and distribution overheads. Then we will arrive after that cost of sales or total cost. And at the end, we have to write down sales, and from sales we have to deduct the total of prime cost, factory cost or works cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold and cost of sales. Okay, then we will arrive profit or loss. That is our balancing figure. Clear? This is about format of cost sheet. I hope this format of cost sheet is clear to you all. If not, please leave a comment. Thank you.